All right.
It's 2:30 in the morning.
Hello,
It's
world,
so
and welcome to
late.
Double Tap, the show where we try to take Colin as close as possible to death. I'm Jesse.
Bang, bang.
You banged. Do your name. Let people know who you are.
It's
You are the
too
banger.
morning.
Dallas the banger.
Don't call me that.
You've been called
The
that.
internet is a dangerous place.
You're on the internet now.
No. I'm Dallas.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Colin.
Banger.
And we are joined today by Demi.
Yay!
Hey.
I'm back.
Hey.
She's back.
What's
She's
up?
Hotter
dressed
than
like
that.
We're talking
Where's
about Spider-Man Homecoming. This is our
film's
all
opinion.
Spider-Man show.
Spider-Man.
All Spider-Man.
Welcome to our special
All the
edition
time.
Spider-Man Double Tap
Spider-Man.
episode.
Spider-Man.
Something,
Alright.
So,
something.
if you guys tuned in earlier, you guys saw the
Spider-Man.
review that we had for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Assuming I get that.
Or if you just click that one before you
No,
click this
it
one,
goes up
because
afterwards.
this isn't TV.
You
It's
should
not
check
really
out
TV.
that one before you check this one out, because that one has more fleshed out opinions.
Yeah, so yeah, if you guys want more fleshed out opinions, go to the review. But we can reiterate here how we felt about the movie.
Yeah.
I think if you
really
look
quick.
at Dallas right now, you can tell that he really enjoyed it.
I'm excited.
Oh my
I
god,
love this
I
movie.
love this movie.
It's the best.
It's
I did not
Everything.
realize how desperately I
favorite.
wanted a good Spider-Man movie again.
yeah.
Because it's been so long.
It's been-
Amazing Spider-Man
It's
1
been 10
was
years.
fine.
That's
It was
good.
good.
Really,
and
I liked the Amazing
am
Spider-Man.
the unpopular opinion because I like the one with Electro in it.
I don't.
See, I
didn't like the first
understand
one.
I like the
you two.
second one.
Wait,
Yeah.
It was
Amazing
enjoyable.
Spider-Man
It
2
was
was
fun.
fun. Electro was
second-
dope.
I thought
Literally,
there
we
was
just
going
said
to
it
be
was fun
more
to see.
after that one, and I was like, why didn't they make more?
Because that one sucked so bad that it literally killed the franchise.
They didn't make enough money off of that movie.
They made a lot of money, though.
They made a lot of money.
Not
I thought
what
it
they
made its
expected.
budget back.
Because, like,
Barely.
Barely.
what was the budget?
Lots.
Well, you can look that up right
150
now.
million,
Because-
probably.
They made a lot of money.
By the way, something I did not bring up in our review of Homecoming, I like the fact that it felt like a small movie, despite the fact that it probably had a budget greater than any Spider-Man movie before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It felt like a small, intimate movie. Like, it felt like a high school movie. Like it's
It
just.
did.
You felt like it was made for like.
You know what I didn't
$20
mention
million.
also in the review that I liked? I liked
Mention it
his
now.
like diverse group of friends in the decathlon. There was like an African kid.
Of course you did.
There was. Shut up. Okay?
Listen, I
like
agree.
diversity.
I love the fact that this Spider-Man movie was so inclusive. They live in Queens.
Yeah.
You're
Sure.
not
Oh yeah,
gonna-
you can't have
You
just.
can't have all white people in
No,
Queens.
but I like
Not
that
anymore.
they. But I like that they put in the effort
offense,
to
Colin.
put in a diverse. Because they didn't have to. They could have
No
easily
offense,
just made it a bunch of white kids because there's plenty of white actors out there. But they put in the effort, and you know what? That was a cute group of kids.
And it worked
also.
out for them.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. It got me on their side.
The African kid that was yelling all the time.
Yeah, dude,
Abraham.
the African
That's
kid
great.
Flash
was
is wrong.
hilarious. He was
False.
my favorite.
Great.
That was great. Also, the use
But
of
see, that's how I feel
That
like
whole
diversity
little bit.
should be done. It's not drawn attention to. It's not called out. Nobody was coming out going, guys, come see Spider-Man Homecoming because it's so diverse. It's like, no, it's just what people look like.
exactly.
This is
That's
who
what
you
the
are.
neighborhood
Yeah.
looks
You walk
like.
down the street, this is what that street's going to look like.
So the Amazing Spider-Man was made on a budget of $230 million, but it made $757.9 million. 230.
Are we talking Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Amazing Spider-Man 1. Oh, you're right.
That's
Sorry.
up 2.
2.
Oh my God! One used 237 million.
230 million.
Goodness gracious,
That's
a lot.
That's a
obscene.
lot.
It's
For-
more than I expected.
That's
for
a
that
movie that felt small in all the wrong
That
ways.
actually,
Yeah,
that
didn't-
actually might be more than what Homecoming cost.
Oh, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because
That's
Disney
a lot
doesn't,
of
al-
Spider-Man,
Disney
Amazing
doesn't
Spider-Man-
allocate as much money anymore because of what happened with like John Carter and stuff like that. They've lost.
But
a
they
Yeah,
lot.
but that was
also,
a lot-
but
that
the
was a
thing is,
different
though,
regime.
Disney
That
is
was a whole different-
Disney is now an all in-house company. They
Yeah.
own ILM. They own
THX.
That was a
Skywalker
different time.
Sound. Like they own everything.
So they're basically
We are
like
now in
you
the
know.
age of
Yeah.
golden
The
monsters.
second movie cost $293 million, and it made $709 million. It didn't
Okay.
even make as much as the first
What
movie.
I
so
need to
made it
know
like-
is how
this
much
is a lot of
this movie costs. How much did Spider-Man Homecoming cost?
Because honestly, I did have that conversation with someone who's nerdier than me,
Who?
and I was like, his name is Andrew. Shout out to Andrew.
What up, Andrew?
Yeah,
I know
she
who you're
knows
talking
him.
about.
He knows him.
person. All right.
But yeah, I was like, yeah,
Hey,
you know, they
Drew.
stopped making them for a reason. He was like, well, they made a lot of money. There were other reasons why they stopped making them, but they had plans
Yeah, but it was
to
like
continue. this.
universally hated other than you two. So
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know
like,
why
you know,
people dislike
studios-
them so much.
They deal in money, not opinions.
Listen,
Yeah.
Transformers
that was
is
true.
awful.
Warner
and they
Brothers.
still
Yeah,
keep
but look
making
at
them.
look
Yeah,
at Warner
and
Brothers.
Fast
All their
and the
movies are
Furious.
making money, and yet they're
And they're
freaking out.
they're gonna keep going.
But they're
Yeah,
not
but they're-
making as much money as they wanted, except
well, that
for
Amazing
Wonder
Spider-Man
Woman.
2, it didn't make as much. They wanted
Although
like
Batman v Superman made
They
a huge
wanted
amount
like
of
a
money.
billion
No, it didn't.
dollars.
It didn't
exactly.
make
No,
enough.
Batman v Superman, same thing. They wanted to.
How much did that movie make?
Batman v
That
Superman
made
should
830 something million, and everybody
By
thought it was
rights.
supposed to make $1 billion.
What
Yes.
was the budget?
a lot.
Less than
A
that.
stupid amount of money.
Yeah. But no, by rights, that movie is called Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. That movie by rights should have made $1 billion.
Yeah, they were
But
like,
the word of mouth
it
was so
should make.
poor.
They were like, it should make the same
Because-
amount as an Avengers movie because nobody's seen Batman and Superman in a movie.
And
together.
Wonder Woman.
Well, unless you're gonna tell me that
Right?
the budget was close to the amount that they made back, they made a lot of money.
But they made a lot of money. But
Right.
the thing is, when you speak in film terms, there is an expectation, and if you don't meet that expectation that the studio wants, then something has to be overhauled.
Good enough is not good enough.
Yeah, because
Right.
this is a business.
Homecoming was made on 175.
Wow.
Yeah, I
million.
knew it. Disney
That's
doesn't allocate
impressive.
as much money anymore to
They
those.
didn't need to.
Because, I mean,
There's
they
also,
don't need to.
No, you
but also,
really
like,
don't need to spend that much money on a
No,
movie.
you don't. You don't.
Yeah, no,
On
it's
an
ridiculous.
Avengers style movie, fine. But on any solo
Yeah,
movie,
with
you don't
Infinity
need to spend that
War,
much.
each one costing what, 500 million each?
No.
Or is it
But-
all,
but
no,
or
but-
together?
but
or is it
Infinity
500
War,
million?
I understand
500
because that
million
is supposed
No,
to
no.
be.
Which is ridiculous.
But
together,
is it 500
yeah.
million each or is it 250 mil each?
I think it's $250 million each.
Yeah,
Remember,
'cause
they're
it's
being
like-
filmed
Okay,
back to back, or at least they
500
were. I
million
don't know
total.
what's happening
It's like
now.
they-
I
half
think
a
they film them simultaneously.
But
I don't think they are anymore,
But
though.
Infinity War, I get because that's supposed to be the biggest movie we've ever seen. It's like
Yeah,
supposed to be like the
biggest
greatest spectacle
superhero.
ever put on screen. Fine,
With
spend the money.
60
I'm
plus people.
Yeah,
so
and
worried
yo,
for
just
that one.
like half of that is just
It's
the
not
actor
gonna go
salaries.
well.
You know?
True.
Huh?
I feel
Alan
like
said a
that's
thing.
not going to go
No,
well.
it's not.
Half
gonna
of it
go
is
well.
Robert Downey Jr.
Well, no, remember they
salary.
said all these like they're doing so many tricks pulling him out the book. Like Benedict Cumberbatch only started filming like last month. It's been his double this whole time.
Tom Holland just finished
Same thing.
shooting. However, Jeremy Renner is now shooting. He actually just sprained
Jeremy
both
Renner
of
ain't shooting right now.
his... No, he just
He's
actually...
shooting anything right now.
They announced today that he sprained both of his arms doing a stunt for Infinity War.
No.
It was not for Infinity War. That was a
Oh, was
false
it not
rumor. It was
Infinity
for
War?
some small movie.
Oh, maybe he's not.
The Rin
Maybe
River?
he's not.
But he still, he said it's not going to affect. He finished Infinity War Part 1,
Oh,
and
okay.
he is saying he will heal before Infinity or whatever.
And
Whatever.
he
Avengers
probably
4.
will because it's a
Scar-
sprain. So.
Kinda needs his arms for that role.
Scarlett,
Yeah, but it's a
Chris,
sprain, not a break.
and Scarlett, Chris Evans.
It was a break.
And,
Was it not a break?
No, it was a sprain.
No, it's
Okay.
sprain.
Both of his arms are sprained.
All right.
That's just tendons.
I don't
Tendons
know.
heal quickly.
It wouldn't be hilarious, but it'd be kind of hilarious.
But yeah,
if he broke in
Scarlett,
both his arms, like you are an
Scarlett,
Archer.
Chris Evans, and
that's
Chadwick just shot a scene together a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Scarlett said there was a scene with 30 plus people in it about a month ago, so that's gonna
Can't
be
wait
a
to see
spectacle.
that.
Yeah, but
Dude.
Tom Holland hasn't even read the script.
Tom Holland's not allowed to read the
He's
script
not
anymore.
allowed to read the script
After letting the
because Tom Holland can't keep a secret.
he can't. He's let somebody.
Wait, so what
secret
did he
slip
let
on
go?
interviews?
I didn't know that.
No, he
I
just-
need to get on Tom
Like they
Holland's
know that
friendship
they.
list.
Feige knows that Tom Holland can't keep a secret. Tom Holland knows he can't keep a secret. Tom Holland took home his Infinity War script one day and put on Instagram. He made a video of him burning the scripts because they're not allowed to take them off set.
Tom Holland is Peter Parker,
Tom Holland is Peter Parker.
and
If I was
Bob
if I
Iger
was
is
an
Tony Stark
actor,
going
that
to
would
be
also
Tom
happen to me too because
Yeah.
I can't keep a secret
Yeah,
for
no,
shit.
he can't keep.
he
a
revealed
secret.
what the fact that there's going to be a trilogy. Is that what it was?
He revealed that there was going to be
He
a
did.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
trilogy.
like
He
live
was
on air.
Not supposed to reveal that.
Which I love because he was on like the last interview
He
of
was
the
almost
Spider-Man
done.
Homecoming junket. It was like this small
But
channel
we already
you've
knew
never
there
heard
was
of.
going to be a trilogy. Of
Wasn't
course
even-
there's
No,
gonna
we
be a
didn't.
trilogy.
We didn't because it's Sony. We didn't know if they were going to continue on
Yeah.
their relationship.
Oh,
past this
okay,
movie.
I understand.
And
Of course,
and
they
he
are.
just
They're
lets them. He's like,
making
"Yeah, I
stupid
can't wait to
money.
do the next two." And the guy who's probably literally never had one of his kind of breaks in his entire career was like, "Two?" And you can see the look on their faces, like, "Did we just break something? Did we just have a scoop?" For the first, it's like it'd be like if we finally
we
broke
got a
something.
scoop.
Like that's how small potatoes these guys were. They were like, "Oh my god, people are gonna watch us now. They're gonna know who we are."
Yeah,
That's
So we
hilarious.
just need to
I'm
bring
pretty
Tom
sure-
Holland.
But like you basically, he said that, and you saw him look off camera, and like a red dot appeared on his forehead. He was just like,
Listen, Marvel is actually S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know what you guys
Yeah, he was just like, oh,
but
I mean, are they S.H.I.E.L.D. or are they more... When it comes to secrets, I feel like they're more Hydra.
No, they're
No, they're S.H.I.E.L.D.
They're definitely
bad
the
enough with
NRA.
that.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is
No, not the
S.H.I.E.L.D. worked in the dark
NRA.
for a while there. They
NSA.
have their snipers. But yeah, no, but I mean,
That
on
did
the
not
topic
last for
of
the
that
entire
though,
podcast.
we did mention about.
What's the Miles confirmation?
We'll talk about that later.
Like, don't
We
jump
talked
ahead.
about how now we know that Spidey is getting his own trilogy. However, there was an official confirmation from Kevin Feige that he has what Marvel has planned right now is they have a 5-film arc, which started with Civil War and
and
ends
includes
with,
the two Avengers movies.
Yeah, with I think ends with Avengers 4.
Feige also said
believe so.
recently that Homecoming 2, or whatever they're
Which
going to
takes
call
place
it,
right after Infinity War.
takes place right after Infinity War, and the way he phrased it was that movie is going to be the one that is like the aftermath of Infinity War. Like Infinity War is going to happen, and then you want to know, okay, how is the world going to move forward? That's going to start with Spider-Man.
Black suit.
Which to me makes it feel like, why aren't they just getting the rights to the character back already? Like if they're going to use him,
because Sony knows that they're going to make money out of
sure,
Spider-Man
but like
forever.
if they're going to have him be the one who starts the next phase of the entire thing, he's obviously at this point like you can't remove him from the MCU if Sony decides that they don't want to share anymore.
Ant-Man was the one who ended Phase 2. We ended Phase 2 with Ant-Man, so I don't know if that really matters.
Did we end it with?
We did.
No.
Civil War is the first movie of Phase 3.
I thought
Ant-Man's the final. We had this discussion. I was like, why didn't it end with Avengers 2?
Oh yeah,
That
that's right.
would've made sense.
Ant-Man did.
But they ended it with Ant-Man for some reason.
Ended with, well, that's because he was supposed to start Phase 3, and then they were like, oh snap.
Civil War sounds cooler, I guess.
No, it was supposed to start Phase 2.
3.
Was it Ant-Man or was it?
I was going to say that I spent the other day writing 100 Marvel trivia questions, so all this information is fresh in my mind.
Yeah, so...
Fair. Fine.
Yeah, they're going to start it off with Spidey. We're going to see the aftermath of Infinity War with Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. That'll be interesting. But yeah, it's supposed to...
When is Captain Marvel coming out?
2019. Mm-hmm. Me and Colin are super stoked.
Yeah.
Really? With Brie Larson?
Colin is like
the
biggest Captain Marvel fan in this group.
That's very true.
He's the biggest Captain Marvel fan I've ever met in my life.
So what I want to know is like, what do you think of Brie Larson as Captain Marvel? Do you think
I have seen her in approximately one movie, and that was Kong. So
I
don't know.
You haven't seen Room. She's
no,
barely in Room.
She's great. She's great in Room.
She is Room.
I'm not saying
Jacob Tremblay is Room.
Jacob Tremblay is.
Jacob Tremblay is apparently only a supporting actor.
Jacob Tremblay should have been nominated for Best Actor, and he should have won.
We all agree on that one.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, no, I was hoping for a different actress actually than Brie Larson. I was hoping for an older actress because she is supposed to be an Air Force captain.
Who did I have? Who was I rooting for?
I don't remember.
Battlestar Galactica chick, Starbuck.
Oh, she's in that.
She's in that.
Oh, Katie
Sackhoff.
She's Scott's ex-girlfriend, the singer.
Who?
Okay.
Like, hello again, friend of a friend.
I would need to watch that movie
right.
again.
I remember the rest of that song.
She is in Scott Pilgrim. I forgot about that.
I love her in Scott Pilgrim.
She was also in a racing movie when we were kids.
That's always the one that I think of when I think of Brie Larson. Is the Disney Channel movie that she was
the one
Right on Track.
Right on Track with what's her name from Seventh Heaven?
With Beverly Mitchell.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember this.
Because when I found out, I was like,
I'm going with 21 Jump Street. I think that was my intro to her.
Yeah, mine was.
My intro was the Disney Channel one.
United States of Terror.
Oh, that's a good.
About that.
So yeah,
that was before she was famous.
First, Scott Pilgrim or 21 Jump Street.
Well, so
Scott
was
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, then Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, no, I was hoping for Catherine Winnick from Vikings, but
she would have been a better Captain Marvel.
But it's okay.
I wanted somebody a little bit.
She can be my She can be my DCU Black Canary.
Well, I don't know much about Captain Marvel, but isn't she supposed to be a bit of a dork?
She is. She's a
that's what I'm like. So Brie Larson,
but
I
like,
think fits that more.
I think
than
Demi and I
Captain
both wanted somebody a little bit older and like meatier, because Brie Larson is like.
I mean, I don't mind the meaty part, but older just because she's an Air Force captain, so I expected somebody who's older, more mature.
She's a good Air Force captain, so she got there quick.
I mean, yeah, I looked up how long it takes to become an Air Force captain, and Brie Larson does fit the age type. The more that I look at Brie Larson's like Twitter, because I do follow her on Twitter, the more I'm like, yeah, you're actually Captain Marvel, so I can do it.
She's pretty great. I just
dig it.
Yeah.
At this point, I feel like Marvel can do no wrong with their casting.
I don't agree with that one, but okay.
Remember the Flash? Remember Flash Thompson?
I liked Flash.
Do you remember Doctor Strange? Do you remember Benedict Cumberbatch?
Oh, yeah, you have your Doctor Strange.
Benedict Cumberbatch was okay. I don't understand.
Tumblr, you feel me.
What?
Oh,
I've been on Tumblr. I haven't seen
We're not
Tumblr
marketing to the
hating
Tumblr
him.
crowd.
We are, though.
No, we're not.
Don't say
half
it
of
like
us are the
that.
Tumblr crowd.
Yeah, hi, hello. High five.
Hey, what's up, hello?
Gotcha.
I'm marketing to the film fans of the world.
A lot of them are on Tumblr.
What?
But
cinephiles of the
there are
world.
a lot of them on Tumblr.
Yeah.
We're fine with Benedict Cumberbatch, except for her.
Yeah.
Not here.
I was okay with Benedict Cumberbatch.
I wasn't,
to be completely honest. Oh, duh. That's the part that we don't like of Doctor Strange. To be honest, Doctor Strange didn't really wow me as much as
the movie itself was just
that was disappointing. I was
like,
I was really excited for Doctor Strange.
I felt the same way about Doctor Strange as I felt about Thor 1 and Captain America 1.
Don't agree with Thor 1.
Those were so boring.
I like Thor 1.
Captain America 1, I'll give you. Thor
Doctor
1,
Strange wasn't boring. I was just like, I don't know.
Now, Thor 1 was definitely before they had the unlimited budgets, and you can tell.
Right.
Which
one? Thor, the first Thor. Like that was still, yeah, we're gonna do what we can.
No, you know what, Thor? That was like we've never done this before, so we're not gonna give you that unlimited budget.
Right.
Because
but that's-
Iron Man had like a pretty big budget.
Well, no, Iron Man
No,
didn't
Iron
need a
Man
big
didn't.
budget.
No, Iron Man didn't have that big of a
They
budget.
spent Robert Downey Jr. Didn't cost as much back then.
No,
and they
'cause
just
he was
needed to
like-
make a suit. And that was
Yeah.
it.
No, we need a suit. We're done.
Yeah. Versus
I'm actually gonna look up how much Iron.
Thor, they need to
how much
create an
Iron Man
entire like magical space world. So.
That's true,
And that
but
wasn't
like
something that we saw very often back then,
is, except for Star Wars.
except for Star Wars.
But Star Wars
And
hadn't
even
been
that had
made in
been-
3 years.
Yeah, and
Oh, by that time, 6 years.
Yeah.
Wasn't the first one out in 2011?
2000, yeah.
that was so long.
Yeah.
That was
We're supposed to be
such a,
talking
simpler
about
time.
We are supposed to be talking about Star Wars.
Spider-Man.
Fuck.
This got way out
We are
of
supposed to be talking about Star Wars, guys.
No,
Always.
we're not.
Anyway,
all the
Anyway,
time.
his timeline is supposed to be Civil War is the beginning of his by
Oh,
film
speaking
act,
of timelines,
and it goes to we'll talk about that in a second. It goes to Spider-Man Homecoming and then Infinity War Part 1. I think it's Spider-Man 2 after that. They've said it will not be Spider-Man Homecoming 2. It'll have a
I
different
know everyone's
title.
calling it Homecoming too.
That's because they don't have a title for it yet.
Right.
Even Feige's like, that's not what
We're
we're going
not-
to
we're
call
gonna
it,
call
but
it.
right now that's what we're calling it because we don't have another title. And then it'll
It's
be
a working title.
And then it'll be Avengers 4. And then we'll see what happens after that.
I'm really excited to see the Guardians and Avengers.
That
The Guardians-
screenshot
the Guardians
of
are gonna be
Rocket and Groot, Rocket and Thor,
Nice.
back to back.
That sounds fun.
Oh my god, can't wait.
What?
You haven't seen it? There's concept art.
There's a lot of concept art.
It's concept art.
It's all concept art.
But it's Thor with like some swords or axes or something, and then Rocket behind him. He's like, I'm like,
Doing the rocket
hells
thing.
yes.
I just love the Guardians so much.
For the record, first Iron Man was made with 140 million.
Which
Yeah,
is
see?
chump change by today's standards.
But like
Unless you're Deadpool.
Thor was made with what, like 50 million? 58? 60 million?
Definitely not that. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
more, than that.
for sure. Asgard alone probably cost $50 million.
That was just paying
Who's
everybody.
your favorite Guardian? I mean, I know, but tell them.
Gamora.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Star Lord.
Good man.
It's Groot. Baby Groot.
I gotta go Star Lord. Star Lord's my
But I go back and forth
Colin.
between Star-Lord and
Star-Lord's
Gamora.
spirit
I
animal.
bet you don't have one.
I mean, not
But you
really.
can't have just one.
I guess if I had to pick a favorite, it would be Baby Groot. Just
Baby
because
Groot.
he's adorable
Baby Groot
and can
is-
do no
Where is
wrong.
my baby
Yeah.
Groot?
Baby Groot can do.
Baby
no wrong.
Groot wasn't really a thing in the comics. I mean, he was, and
But
then he
that's
grew
okay.
very quickly.
Thank you, James Gunn,
Yeah,
for
James.
deciding to make a whole movie with Baby Groot.
I was hoping
That's the
Yeah.
only reason that movie does not take place in real time is because they needed Baby Groot to stay.
Speaking of that,
Yeah. Well, like what I was hoping would happen was like Baby Groot would be Baby Groot until the end of the movie where he just bust into human size or like regular size and he'd be like, "You could have done that the whole time."
I mean,
like,
that'd
that's
be
what I
funny.
was hoping for. But then they're like doing a teenage Groot,
We got
and I was
teenage
like,
Groot.
I'm
We're not-
excited to see what
we're,
teenage
no, we're not
Groot-
going to get more teenage Groot. He's
Probably
gonna.
not.
Well, by the time we meet him, he'll be full grown.
Yeah,
yeah,
That was
yeah.
just for
It
that
would have
scene.
been hysterical to see what
I
a
am
teenage
Groot.
Clean your room, man.
A lot of people don't realize that was Vin Diesel doing Baby Groot.
"No,
Yeah,
no, I
which
know."
I can't believe.
I know we here all know it, but
I
like,
spent the
most
whole
people
time
don't.
just like, really?
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
They just put a cute
And it
little voice
wasn't
on him.
modified either. That was him going, "I am Groot." The whole
You
movie.
serious?
Yes, there's behind the scenes footage of Vin Diesel
Thought
making
he
that
was
voice.
modified.
Now
No,
I need to
he's
hear
going, "I
that.
am Groot."
Nope.
Go
Now
look
I
up that
need
video.
it.
Really
Nope.
weird.
In your head.
Now I
Trying
need
to,
it.
it can't.
I need it.
Um,
Well, Vin Diesel does have small children. What's the Miles confirmation, you guys?
no.
Miles confirmation is when they confirmed Miles.
Morales?
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I really like that. Miles Morales? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I caught that in the movie.
We needed a morality
Yeah.
boost.
Well, I mean, it was
Morale boost.
it was
Moral
confirmed.
boost. Thank you.
Morality
I'm
is
really
fine, I hope.
excited
That
for
was too much.
Miles Morales being confirmed to the MCU because I want there to be a nice Afro-Latino, little Dominican guy playing him, but probably not, but you know.
'Cause Donald Glover.
I don't know if Marvel will go that far into
They
actually
won't.
casting. They might choose a natural Afro-Latino.
Maybe.
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 won't.
I mean, his name's Morales.
I don't know how many
Why
of
is
them
your name
there are
Morales?
out there.
How many people know
That
what
are
Morales? It's like
actors.
Argetta. Nobody knows what that means.
I don't
Nobody
think
knows
so.
where that came from.
I hear Morales a lot more than I've heard.
I think
Yeah,
I've only heard Argetta once.
Morales is
I think
pretty,
Pooch
or like
Hall
Soria.
once played an
Soria.
Afro-Latino, and I don't think he actually is one.
Who?
Pooch Hall. I don't know if anybody's watching
Nope.
the game.
That's
here.
the guy that Tom Holland screwed.
I remember that shit. The Miracles Boys.
Screwed the pooch.
Yeah.
That was-
What was their
Miracles
last
Boys.
name?
Wait, he screwed the pooch.
I don't know, but their mother's name
Took
was
the
Mid
hybrid
Apples.
puppies to the vet.
Right, but like,
We can look it up.
Who are we talking about?
It was
It's
a
really,
show.
like, that's
It's
such
a
an
super
obscure
old
reference.
show.
Pooch and
It's a
Gooch?
very obscure. Listen, we referenced Gridiron Gang earlier,
Sure.
and I was the only one who got it.
No,
Very true.
I know of that movie. I just don't. I haven't seen it.
Right.
It has The Rock. in
You know Miracles Boys?
it. Which one?
Miracles Boys.
It was a miniseries.
It was like a
back in
miniseries.
2005.
Like Teen Nick or something.
Boys.
Right?
Yes,
Nah, never heard of it.
exactly.
Miles is in it.
But like,
Somewhere
all
in
the
this-
boys were Tyree, Lafayette, and like, what was the other kid's name? I don't know. It didn't say what their last name was.
It's not important.
But their mother was definitely Latina.
Yeah, she was.
But I'm pretty sure none
Cool.
of those actors were Afro-Latino.
So Miles
No,
is
I
in it.
think
But yeah,
it's
just
like a
somebody who,
rarity.
because like honestly, even if he's not, just make him look like Miles does.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Black.
so I'm
Yeah.
fine. Just black, nice little fade.
yeah, okay.
He doesn't
Sure.
have a celebrate.
This is the cleanest,
Yeah.
the freshest cut in the
For a-
Marvel
for a
universe.
yeah,
They're like,
for a
I don't want
comic
to draw
book.
hair.
Got it
That's
nice.
all it was.
Better than Falcon.
I don't
That's
want
what I
to
would
draw
do.
hair. Yeah.
Better than
I don't care
Calders.
what race my character is. You can have a buzz
Pretty
cut.
clean.
Calders is pretty clean, but I think Miles Morales got him.
Probably, yeah. Miles, ooh.
Miles is cut.
Miles
For
barber
days.
is on point.
That haircut's lit, homie.
Give me the freshest cut in the Marvel
The-
universe.
You
got the
I
best
got
barber
you.
Luke,
Spanish
Luke's a
bro.
little cleaner.
I mean,
Luke Cage.
Can we
count.
say for sure that he doesn't go to Pops?
Yeah,
Finally
because they'll
with the
never
quality
With the
input.
quality connection.
Well,
Rest
nobody
in
goes to
peace,
Pops anymore.
Pop.
Some peace pops.
Shut up.
do that. I'm just saying.
Shut
I can
up.
pretty much confirm that.
Did
Yeah,
I
he
tell
does not
you
go to
that I
Pops.
used Luke Cage
Not
to
anymore.
seduce my boyfriend? Never mind.
Now you
Let's
gotta
move
elaborate on
forward.
this.
What?
I mean, it's Marvel. You got to tell the story.
It's now Luke
Did
Cage.
you ask him for coffee?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, Luke Cage and chill, and he was like, sure. And then after that, we'd be like, we just went and got some coffee. Neither of us drink coffee.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works. That's how it goes. Yeah. No. So what are you guys hoping for with Miles?
Thank you
being
for
in
getting
the
us out of
MCU?
that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Gotcha. What do you guys?
Let me
hoping
On that note, let's talk about this teenage kid.
Yeah. What are you guys hoping for in the MCU? Like with Miles being confirmed, like
I'm hoping for a trilogy. I'm hoping for.
For
You
Miles.
know,
guess,
you know what
yes,
I'm hoping for?
but-
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping Homecoming. Like, you know, the new phase. I hope that new phase builds up to either Young Avengers or, like, you know, the new Avengers
Sure.
with all the new faces.
Technically, we've already had the new Avengers.
Me and Colin have been waiting for Young Avengers since Ant-Man.
And one of them is in the universe.
One of them
Yeah,
is in
but
Ant-Man.
she's like 2.
She's like
Yeah,
eight.
but-
We just have to wait 10 more
You've
years.
been wanting to talk about the timeline forever. The time is apparently fluid now, so
Yeah, 8 years apparently.
Yeah, so apparently Spider-Man Homecoming takes place 8 years after the Battle of New York. However, it's been 5 years for us.
Since the Avengers.
And usually these movies take place in real time. So
According
we're
to
trying
Kevin Feige, with the exception of Guardians 2, every MCU movie since the Avengers takes place in the time it comes out.
and with
It was released.
Spider-Man 2 mentioning
Wait.
Thor's belt and mentioning a prototype for Cap's new shield, even though Cap is currently a war criminal
Yeah, it's
and
still
since
being showed
Civil
at schools.
War. Well, that's government requirement.
Because that makes sense.
Oh, that's that.
Actually, it does. That's what PE teachers do.
It's like,
They don't have any
here,
other
kids,
videos.
watch a video of O.J. Simpson.
It's
He's only
like-
been a war. He's only been a war
Hey
criminal
man, if
for
it's
2
a
months. They
football
haven't
coach,
made
you're
it
gonna
yet.
do it.
no.
juice is loose.
Now he's been a war criminal for
2 months at that point, and
Civil War is
Oh.
2 months before, so God knows when
Oh,
Civil
okay.
War actually takes place.
so now the question is: are Civil War and Homecoming actually in a close
I'm really
future
hoping we
for
get
us?
an answer to this soon.
Because Marvel doesn't typically make mistakes, like time wise.
And that was a big one, because I mean, they threw
8
8
years
years later
later.
Yeah,
on a
it has to be
thing
deliberate.
and gave it an animation
gonna be 8
and its
years
own
later.
music cue and everything.
Yeah, it's supposed to take place in real time. So
Either that or somebody got really fired this weekend.
somebody
Right,
got
somebody
fired.
really
this
fired.
weekend.
Someone was
That
like,
would suck to
Somebody
get
was
fired
playing this game with
working
Jordan
on the
Malaya.
best MCU movie. Like, oh my
Because
god,
of
I
a
worked on the
little
best MCU movie,
typo.
I got fired.
because of a little
Fired.
typo.
That's weird.
I mean, there's no way that was a mistake because that wouldn't make it into the movie. It's a very obvious
what
thing.
I'm
It's not like it's on the screen
Boom,
in a
Feige
corner.
wouldn't let it happen.
It's
Yeah.
in the
He
middle
wouldn't.
on black, like it's very you can't miss it.
So the
Yeah.
question is, I mean,
If
so
you're
does it take
monitoring
place
the
in
movie
future?
after you make it,
Were they
like,
hinting to us that this takes place in a not too distant future?
Also, why does it matter if it does?
that's the problem. Is if that's
what I
what they're
was
doing,
because
it doesn't matter.
it's just
for
interesting
this
to know
movie.
the timeline.
No, because now I'm wondering, like, what happened? What did we miss? Where was the time jump? And are we going to, like, suddenly get a movie that takes place, oh, by the way, this takes place in 2013 for some reason?
I mean, but outside of Feige stating that, does anything in the movies say what? year
Yeah, well,
everything's
yes,
happening?
everything. That,
Some of them
Now,
do
I
have
cannot
years.
think of a specific example, but I know that there has been references to the Battle of New York and other Marvel properties where they say, oh, yeah, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Okay, right, but like Civil War
Mhm.
is the only one because we know Battle of New York happened in 2012.
Yeah.
And then Civil War happened whenever it happened. But in Civil War,
Last year, 2016.
does anything in Civil
did it
War
though?
say that it's 2016 in the movie?
Now, see, that's the well. I mean,
Because if
there is
not,
a newspaper
how
shot
long-
in that movie. We can see if there's
Well,
a date
there's
on
that.
it.
There you go.
True.
How long was Bucky on the run for? Do we know?
Forever.
Oh, we don't know. I mean, he's been on the run since Winter Soldier, so if we're gonna
Exactly.
go based
So
off
how
of that,
long
it'd be
was
2
that?
years.
Yeah,
But-
that's why I'm saying, was it 2 years?
Was it 2 years that he's been on the run?
We would have to watch it again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
But, you
hey,
know-
Netflix. Hold on.
It could be fine.
Listen, if they come out tomorrow and say, "Whoops," on the DVD release, it's gonna say 5. I'd
Okay.
be okay with it. 'Cause headache done. But
like,
that's a weird.
Once again, why? Why
Yeah,
does it matter?
because I don't.
I don't. I don't
It's
really
just,
see
it's just,
anything.
it's
Why,
just
like,
something
no
that
one-
fans like really like deep into detail fans
Like you
want to
do.
know.
Because my
Well,
first,
it's not
I
even,
just
no,
thought
it's
like.
not even that. It's like
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
the whole
that's
point
right.
of this universe is to watch the universe, right?
They all
That's why I
connect,
like things
like
like
when I read comic
seeing
books,
how
I
the
do same
world
thing.
has advanced throughout the years, where it's gone from what is a dude doing in an iron suit to, oh yeah, superpowered, people. It's just a thing.
Yeah,
No.
but that's happening. Whether it's 2017 or 2020, all that stuff is still happening.
But it's like if it happened, there's a reason it happened. That's what I'm saying. They're not
That's
doing
the-
this on accident. They're doing this for a reason
That's
because
the-
they know nerds like us are going to point it out.
And that's the fun
and
thing
obsess
about
over it.
But that's why they come out and say Spider-Man's going to take place after Infinity War, because cause and effect. We want to know what the cause and the effect is. The Avengers clearly had an effect on the entire universe. Infinity War is going to have an effect on the entire universe. Civil War has had an effect on the entire universe. So we want to know at what points in time are these events all associated with one another.
Yeah, as far as what does it matter, I don't know yet. All I know is they want me to wonder this. And so now I want to know why. Why did they do that?
Because to be honest, they didn't even need an 8 years later
They could've
time.
just said-
We knew that this
Yeah.
was right after the Avengers. That
They
scene.
could have just jumped forward and said, and now, here's
Here
the
we
Civil War
are.
montage, which is what we got. Peter going to fight the Civil War. So,
It was.
but anyway.
So how does
I
this-
digress.
How does this compare to the comics? This movie.
The panel.
The panel is in it.
Ah, I love
panel
it
is
so
in
much.
it.
Come on,
I have
It's
Spidey.
to
great.
see that.
Come on,
This is-
Spider-Man.
I
This is
haven't
like
see. I don't
the
even
best.
get Spider-Man.
By the panel, you mean
The one
Yeah,
when
he's
he's
talking
lifting
about
up
the
the
shot
building.
when Peter is lifting the thing off of
The
him.
Come on, Spider-Man scene.
That's from a comic book.
It's
What?
it's
What was
one of the
that
most famous and
situation?
iconic shots
That
from.
situation from the movie, basically.
Oh.
I don't know if it was. I doubt it was Vulture. who
It was
dropped
not
the thing on
Vulture. I
him.
know it wasn't Vulture. I
Probably
don't
Doc
remember
Ock
who it
or
was.
Green Goblin.
No and no.
We'll look it up afterwards. I'm on Netflix looking up a newspaper from Civil War.
Fine.
Okay. Good luck.
I know what scene it is because it's Bucky when he's in Bucharest.
That makes sense.
I swear to God, if it says anything near the date it came out, I'm gonna lose it.
But yeah, so Spider-Man's under a thing, just like he was in the movie. Yeah, he just does what he does in the movie.
And in the comics, same thing. He's like he's lost hope. He
Mhm.
can't get
He
out.
thinks he can't get
There's
out.
nowhere he can get, and then he starts like seeing visions of Ant-Man, Uncle Ben speaking to
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the only reason I was okay with Tony Stark's voiceover, even though I didn't initially like it because it was from the comic. He gets Uncle Ben, hey, great power, great responsibility. He's like, I got the responsibility. Yeah. So, this task was given to you, Frodo Baggins. If you do not find a way, no one will.
Okay, so actually, since we're talking about comics and
Go to the next.
movies and the ways they interact, a question I had with this movie that's been bothering me since we watched it a second time: does Peter Parker have any powers in this movie? Because
Yeah.
I'm not honestly sure that he does.
I mean,
He's
Web
got the
crawling
super-
walls and
right.
flipping over
Wall
buildings.
climbing is
honestly,
definitely
I
a
thought
power.
that might just be built into his suits because I couldn't tell.
No, he's
no.
hanging off the ceiling talking to Ned.
Yeah, but he's
Also,
wearing
all
a
of his-
suit every time we
No,
see
he's
him do
not.
it.
but even
Even
I
when he
think
was
in-
wearing the regular suit.
I think even in Civil War.
Hey, he's sticking to the side of an airplane.
So is that his only power?
Well, he
No,
also
no, no.
his
So here's the
acrobatics.
thing.
His acrobatics are crazy.
We did see
All right,
Spider
let's
and he has
do-
super
in Civil
strength.
War.
This
He
is the
can
thing,
carry
yes.
a car.
Yeah.
He has the he has
Okay.
the proportionate strength of
Kid
a
who
spider.
can stop a bus with my
which
bare
is
hands.
A lot. So yeah, he catches the bus in the YouTube video. When he's fighting all the guys in the bank, he's just like throwing them at each other.
He
basically,
fought Captain America. And
Everything
because
he
of his
does
senses,
with the
Spidey
webs
sense.
or not is tied to his strength because he wouldn't be able to do any of that without how strong he was. Like when he's holding the boat together like that,
That was
that's his strength. It's not just that the webs are strong; he actually is as well. But yeah, he has heightened speed, strength.
agility.
He's supposed to have a spider sense
Which he did in Civil War. We
that
did
he
see
had
in
in Civil War, and he had to an extent in this one.
He did do it
Because when Vulture brings the bird drone of death, whatever you're gonna call it, to
I
fight
feel
him.
like he was just looking.
No, because he jumps when it's behind him a couple times.
Either he was looking or he heard the coming after him.
Kevin
But
Feige
he
said-
gets
Well, I
caught
mean, that's
off
the same way
guard
he uses the thing in.
so many times in this movie. I'm like, Spider-Man doesn't get caught off guard.
I mean, he does.
15-year-old Spider-Man does.
This has happened in a bunch of Spider-Man movies because it's always like, where's the spider sense? Otherwise, he would never get hit by anything.
True.
And you can't make 5 movies with a character who never gets hit by anything.
That's
You
boring.
can't, like, if you're in the middle of a fight, you can. Although, I still don't get how Doc Ock even fights Spider-Man, but that's just a
That's
thing.
the point. I'm saying he has spider sense in all of these things, and they show it. I think in the other ones they do a better job of exemplifying it because in the first one it's like,
Yeah, they did
here's
all
the
slow
spider
motion.
sense. It's
But Amazing
Flash.
Spider-Man never did that. They just had him reacting to things that he couldn't see, and that was enough. They never actually did a spider sense sequence or anything. In
I'm
Amazing,
trying
as far
to
as I
remember
know,
like how they
if I
showed it.
remember.
But I know they did.
No, I think it was literally like something's behind me, and he would just look incensed, like
that didn't
Civil War.
but that didn't happen in Civil War.
Civil War did.
No, it did. When
What?
he's fighting, is it Bucky and
Yeah,
Falcon?
when he's fighting Bucky and wait,
Something's coming at him from
Yeah,
behind.
from
He goes,
behind,
oh
and
my
he goes-
god!
Oh god.
yeah.
Which is
Before
my
he-
favorite
yeah.
spider sense because it's like
There's a car coming
Yeah,
right
something's
behind
after
him.
because it's like it's Tom Holland being it's like the cute, adorable Spider-Man, but also
Like your
I'm
shirt.
showing the spider. Yes, this one. He's like something's behind me. He's like, oh god, and he ducks. And I'm like, that's the spider sense, but it's
Yeah.
hilarious. I love the
My
way.
favorite
So-
version of Spider-Man.
What John Watts says is, I feel like we have seen a lot of spider sense in previous films, so we didn't really lean into that as hard as they have in previous films. And then it goes on. The article goes on to say that's not to say Peter Parker won't develop it pretty soon, as Watts explains. I do think it's a really interesting thing to explore. It's actually pretty refreshing. Or the article goes on. It's actually pretty refreshing to see a Spider-Man who hasn't fully formed. The introduction of the spider sense would be a nice character beat.
So
if
he doesn't
/ when
have it right
shows
now.
up.
So
So-
Civil War was a fluke.
I don't like that
I don't like that either.
because that's something I don't think you should leave out. Like we talk about the origin story.
Why is that the only thing being left out?
That's a weird thing because like
Yeah.
I think
that's
he
not a
has it,
power
though.
that
I
should.
think he does have it. I just think he hasn't developed
Yeah, 'cause
it
it
to
says
the
he
point
hasn't,
where
like,
he
fully
knows
formed it
where it
or whatever.
is.
But like everything I've seen
Although,
with Spider-Man,
some-
he gets bit by the spider, and it's like, what's
Everything
going on?
is
I
like-
sense
yeah.
everything.
Well,
John
even
Well,
Watts-
that's what he says in the last.
Yeah,
in
like
the last
isn't that
movie.
his senses?
Well, no, he said my
going nuts?
senses are down to 11. That's what the eyes are for and everything like that.
Yeah, but isn't the spider sense just part of that? Like now I hear and see so much.
But the question
But
is,
the spider sense is like a sense
it's like a
of
sixth
actual
sense.
danger.
So what if he
Because-
actually? But what if he actually does have his spider sense and he's just ignoring it?
The problem is though, John Watts called it the introduction of the Spidey sense, as in it has not been introduced.
Right, like we're gonna do that
At
later.
all.
The Civil War.
But here's the thing though, because like spider sense isn't dialed into his other senses because it's just when he's in danger, something goes off in his mind. Because Venom doesn't trigger it because
That's different.
he
Yeah,
bonded to
it's fine.
Spider-Man. So it's not about whether he hears or sees him because Venom's a giant monster. You would hear and see it coming.
I want it to happen then where he's just going about his day and all of a sudden we get the 90s Spider-Man animation where everything goes to like negative colors.
But Kevin
That'll be fun.
Kevin Feige has also said no. Stop it. Feige has also said no. I think he has it, and I think he has it with or without that suit.
Alright,
I
y'all
think,
two need to figure this
I
out.
think how we explore it in the cinematic sense will change.
This is called Sony wants it one way, Marvel wants the other, and mommy and daddy are still trying to figure out how to play nice.
But I mean, well, MCU made this movie, so John Watts would be on their side.
Officially speaking, Sony made this movie.
They
and
distributed
had
the movie.
final. No, they also had final say
They
on
had
pretty
final
much all
say on
major
everything.
Okay.
Quote unquote, they had final say on all.
Disney
officially.
wasn't about to let them.
No, yeah,
No.
Feige walked into the room and said no.
Like,
But
you want a good
on
one, right?
paper, yeah, it was all Sony's final.
What
say.
paper they took it? They had.
Yeah, this was a
they
handshake.
had a handshake and
There ain't no
everything.
paper.
It was gentleman's oath. Or
Yeah, that's really what it was.
Gentleman's agreement.
Gentlemen's
There were
agreement.
swords involved. Sure.
They shook hands and that was it.
Yeah, I want more spider sense.
What?
But
Any sense of a spider sense.
I mean, you know, he does the thing somehow.
However, I think that this is definitely the best portrayal of Peter Parker.
Oh, definitely.
And Spider-Man.
In
Combined.
Spider-Man. Yeah, sometimes you get like superhero movies where you watch them and you're like, they do a really great like the superhero, but they don't do a really good job at their actual personal life.
Well, what
Like
I
Andrew
love,
Garfield.
like that was
Like
what
Kevin
was
Ward.
great. Like
thought they
the
were
original Spider-Mans that we watched was a really good like Peter Parker. Like he was.
yeah,
Kinda,
he's a
like,
good
shy.
Peter Parker, but he's not a great Spider-Man.
And then
Tobey
Andrew
Maguire did not
Garfield
have
was
the
like a super
sense of
sassy,
humor.
like awesome.
Andrew
young
Garfield was a great Spider-Man, but he wasn't
but
that great
no,
of a Peter
he
Parker.
was
You
too
need to mesh them
fine.
together.
Found my weakness.
And
Now
then
we
Tom
have
Tom
Holland.
Holland.
Oh, it's perfect as both.
Yeah.
Tom Holland does both perfectly. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like a lot of people say that Christian Bale plays a great Batman, but he's not so great as Bruce Wayne.
No,
Flip it.
he's not.
Great Bruce Wayne, not as great Batman.
Is that what people say?
No.
I've heard people
Where's
say
the other Robin?
I love that.
I've heard a lot of people
Michael
say that.
Keaton is best Batman. Christian Bale's best Bruce Wayne.
I've heard,
That's just
I've
the
heard
thing.
that
That's-
his
yes,
Bruce Wayne
I
isn't that
actually
great, though. A
agree
lot of
with
people
that.
think
No,
his Bruce Wayne
I
is
don't.
weak.
I don't think
because
his
he's not-
Bruce
he's
Wayne
not-
is very good.
We've
I
never
thought
even
his
really
Batman
got to
was
meet
better.
Bruce Wayne in any other iteration of Batman. So yes, he is the best Bruce Wayne we've ever had.
He's the most Bruce Wayne.
Although no, George Clooney by rights should have been the best Bruce Wayne we ever had because he is Bruce Wayne.
And he's George
But
Clooney.
we don't talk about that.
Honestly, no.
We don't talk about the nipple Batman.
Nipple Batman.
Yeah,
Nipple
but
Man.
I mean, I
what
think
are
in
the personal
comparison,
questions?
we're not even there yet.
What?
A personal question?
Got any more
Have we
comic
figured out
things?
what a personal question of the week's gonna be?
No.
I said we should just say what our favorite and least favorite Marvel movies.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe movies.
Yeah.
You said that this is your favorite
favorite.
MCU movie now.
I think it might
Podcast,
be.
not an hour.
Because
Thank you.
honestly, like, it was
It's a what's
Guardians
favorite?
first, and that was purely, I think, because of the tone. Because I'm really, just in general, in the entertainment I'm seeking out, I'm seeking things that are lighter in tone, that don't have to be dark to have high stakes and that kind of thing. And Guardians, I thought, did that extremely well, while also being extremely funny. This movie does that, but is better because it's also emotional in a way that Guardians 1 especially is not really. It's kind of hands off in terms of emotion because it's
Mama died.
mostly just but Guardians 1
That's
didn't really make me
sad.
feel anything.
One scene.
This movie did much better at that. I think this might be my favorite.
Least favorite?
My least favorite? Oh, Lord. I have
hate
to
that one too.
remember all of them.
Wait, MCU film or property?
Wait,
Film.
Let's just do
Okay.
film. That's gonna
All
be
right,
nice.
all right.
film.
Okay.
Don't make
We
It's
already know what the
complicated.
least favorite property is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I
don't know if
don't
Colin would agree with that.
No, he's not gonna agree with you on that
I
one.
don't remember a lot of them, but
Trivia time.
yeah, honestly, I would fail completely. I think if I had to pick one,
Frank.
I guess
Frank.
the first Captain America just didn't do anything for me at all. Like, I watched it once and I've never watched it again because I just didn't care.
Alright.
Okay.
Gabby?
My
sorry,
favorite Marvel movie is Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Yeah. Well, cause I was a Guardians fan before the movie came out,
You were
right?
the
You were the
Guardians
one.
fan.
I was
You
the
were
one.
the Guardians fan before the movie came out.
It was me.
They made the movie for you.
They were like, Gabby needs a movie.
Feige
This
knows
is
it.
it.
Right?
Yeah, me and
Explain
Feige,
why.
we're close. We're close. We're on a first name basis.
Coffee?
Hey, Kevin. No, not coffee.
We didn't talk about one.
We went to the premiere!
Oh yeah.
We saw Tom Holland!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, guys.
Well,
You guys want
continue.
to
we
go around the
completely
circle and then
interrupted.
do that
Yeah,
after?
Yeah,
let's
sure.
finish her and then do that.
Yeah. Guardians.
Finish it,
I was a
fight.
fan of Guardians, and I thought that they got the characters really well, with the exception of maybe like Gamora's a little bit more human in the comics, and Drax's origin is different in the comics. Drax was a human whose soul was then put in an alien body.
Oh.
We don't know if that's not
For-
still his
I
origin.
was gonna say,
No,
did they say
he-
anything about his origin in the first
Yeah,
movie?
he did. They talked about it. They talked about his wife and like his alien like.
Right, they said his wife and
They
kids were
say-
murdered
We
by
don't know
Ronan.
what happened before.
No, but like in the
that.
second movie, they talked about like his alien like tribe and stuff.
Oh, they did.
But I was saying in the first
So-
movie, it was just like running to his
But in the
family.
second movie, he did
No,
say
yeah,
that.
no, but
Yeah,
in the
my
second
whole
movie they
planet, blah,
filmed
blah, blah.
in exactly,
One
which
might have thought she was dead.
Drax is just from Earth and he's in the comics,
Look
but
at
like
Drax,
they
yeah.
changed it and that's fine. It's Drax is like I said, he's a human, so he has like he's not as stilted as Batista, but like Star-Lord they got right, Rocket they got right, and Groot, and those are like. To me, they're like the heart of Guardians is like Rocket, Groot, and Star-Lord. So I'm glad. I mean, Star-Lord's supposed to be kind of like this cool outlaw. Like Chris Pratt was perfect, even though people didn't realize he was going to be perfect for it. Like when I heard Chris Pratt was cast, I was like, perfect. You got it.
That's a lot.
Good job. So that was my favorite. And then my least favorite,
Christian Bale?
even though Chris Evans, you bay, give me a call. Wait, no, don't give me a call. I have a boyfriend.
Not no more.
Don't shout
I didn't like the first Captain America movie. It didn't really do much for me. I was like, eh.
So much hate on the first Avenger.
It's just their least
It's
favorite.
just
Don't hate
like-
it.
I don't hate it. It's still a good
It's
movie.
middle ground for me. But
You know what the problem with Captain America is?
Tell us, Colin.
He's milquetoast.
no.
He's just kind of there.
He's white bread.
You know who else
He
is
is.
milquetoast?
In the first one, because in the second one, they were not playing, okay? The opening scene where he was just like kicking people into the water, I was like, yes, this is
Right,
what I'm
that's
here
what
for.
Just murdering everybody.
No, I
he's
love
like,
that because I was
Steve
like, they are
McQueen,
not
man.
here to play. That was so now that movie's
the
like
best.
Captain America 2 is my top 5 Marvel Cinematic
It
Universe
should be.
movie.
It's one of the best ones.
Oh, absolutely. Dallas.
My favorite, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
All right. All right.
It was Civil War
Nice. We
because
saw it a million times.
Black Panther.
of Black Panther
and
and
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. So it was like, I love Spider-Man and I want more of him.
So what you're
that's
saying
this.
is next February
yeah,
we're
talk to
gonna
us
have
in-
to have a conversation again.
Oh, yes,
Talk to
definitely.
us in February. We'll probably have changed it to Black
Definitely.
Panther.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, this is gonna be my favorite MCU movie until Black Panther comes out, and then we're gonna have a talk about it. But yeah, this is by far my
We're gonna have
favorite.
a versus episode. Which of the Civil War outstanding stars? That's the better movie.
Oh,
He's a
dude,
guest
you know what
star.
we
I
should
can't
build? We should build like a MCU All-Star team or something.
It's called the Avengers.
No,
True.
like you
Let's
know,
make a
with
movie
our
about it.
own,
no,
our
like
own-
did it.
Civil War team.
our own fantasy Marvel league.
Yeah, there
All
you
right.
go. That's what we
Dibs
need.
on the Avengers and Luke Cage.
You
We
can't
get rid of
have-
Hawkeye.
you
Get rid
can't
of
have-
Hawkeye. Get Luke
Nah,
Cage.
nah.
I
get
need,
to be
I
Black-
need
Black
some,
Widow.
I need me some Luke
You
Cage.
can have
I
Black
need me
Widow.
some
I'll
Black
take,
Panther. I need me some
I want
Spider-Man and
superpower.
some Deadpool, even though he's
Black
not part of
Widow.
the
Then I'm taking Ghost
MCU.
Rider.
But I feel like if any character from X-Men could get into the MCU, it's Deadpool.
What is an X-Men? We don't.
What is an X-Men?
Sorry,
What
I'm
is
mutant.
this movie?
What is an X-Men?
Oh, okay. So you said Spider-Man.
Least favorite.
First Avenger.
Fuck,
It's Captain Avenger.
bro.
That movie is
Sorry,
boring.
Chris Evans.
That movie is
Yeah, the
boring.
I'm sorry. I
movie
thought
is
you
boring.
hated Thor more.
You know what?
Thor is good.
Thor's
Oh,
boring too.
No.
But
First Avenger's boring. I get
wait, no. Thor actually might be my least favorite.
No,
You
no.
always
tied.
talk
It
shit
doesn't
on
matter.
Thor.
Forget they both
He's
suck.
always talking shit on Thor, so it shouldn't be Captain America First Avenger. Okay, it should be Thor. Always talking
Jimmy,
shit
bring some sense into
on the
this.
Thors.
Oh, I'm going next.
You're going
Forget
next.
Thor.
Exactly.
Alright, so I'm gonna start with my least favorite. My least favorite is Doctor Strange.
Of course
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
makes
because
I-
like erasure.
There's a lot of issues with Doctor Strange that I have problem with. Even if there was no erasure, it's just okay, and it could have been better. It makes me sad because I am a really big fan of the Doctor Strange character in the comics, and I expected a lot better. I was very excited for that movie until they started announcing casting, and then it was just painful. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh, it was okay, but it wasn't great. I don't care what the critics say.
And your favorite?
My favorite. I always go back and forth between the Avengers and Captain America: Civil War, because the Avengers kind of set the tone for the Marvel Universe, in my opinion.
and it like confirmed that
Yeah.
like Marvel Universe is on top.
Yeah,
If that had
like-
failed,
yeah. I mean, like Iron Man and like the first movies for like all those were like good, with Iron Man being the best one out of all of them. But the Avengers really like is what started it all, and I'm also a huge Joss Whedon fan, directing and writing. So I thought that he did such a magnificent job with the ensemble, and finally giving Black Widow her due, because a lot of people thought she was useless until that movie. Some people still do think she's useless, but she still deserves her own solo movie. But Captain America: Civil War is also just like brilliant, and also puts Black Widow in a very awesome spot and role in the film, and a lot of awesome fight scenes from her. But it's also really well written, and I know a lot
like
of
a movie woman.
I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick between the two of them. I have days. Some days it's Civil War. Some days it's actually the Avengers. I don't know. They're both really good Avenger movies. But yeah, I like watching Civil War though. But I love watching the Avengers as well. So I don't know. It's just
All right.
both are really well done stories.
Favorite? If we're talking culture or impact, I mean, you can't underestimate what the Avengers did. Like, just to the world.
Yeah, but to
For the
you.
world.
We're not
But
talking about
to
the
me,
world.
no, I know. I just want to preface that because I did have this internal debate, same. But as far as
We've
just
discussed
sheer,
this,
yeah,
too.
just as far as sheer filmmaking quality, Civil War. I think Civil War is the best movie they've ever made, and clearly Iron Man 2 is the worst. Iron Man
What?
2 is the worst.
No, I'm
MCU
sorry.
But
Now,
Iron Man 2
You know
Thor
what?
2,
No,
maybe.
no, you know what? I can't agree
You
with
take
you
that
only
back. Thor
because
2
I
was a fun
really
time.
like.
But Thor 2 is a fun
But
time.
you know
That's
what?
why I
I
did
think
not say
Iron
Thor
Man
2.
2 was a fun
What?
time.
Iron
No,
Man 2 is
sorry,
a
I'm really
convoluted
partial
mess.
to.
It is,
His
but it's a
name,
fun
Jungle
time.
Book director, Happy.
Jon
Jon
Favreau's great. I love Jon Favreau, but this is his
I
worst
really
movie.
like Jon Favreau. No, it's not his worst.
It is his.
movie.
To me,
Try to translate
I
that,
mean,
please.
we didn't meet Tom Holland
We met
per
Tom
se,
Holland.
but we did get a picture.
I call him
of
Tommy.
Tom Holland. Shut up.
Tom Holland.
Tommy.
So the fact of the matter is, we went to the premiere because it was, just going to be a fun time. Everybody was supposed to go and then bailed. Don't even talk about it, guys. Don't.
Which
at me
worked
on
out
it.
for
you guys all
us.
bailed. So
We have jobs.
so did he. Y'all all bailed. So
That's how jobs work.
you guys all bailed. So we went out to Hollywood, and it was a really fun time. We got onto the carpet across from the press line, so we got pretty up close and personal with quite a number of people who are actually in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland came down to where we were, and we got a selfie with him. We got a selfie with Cameron Monaghan.
Cameron Monaghan, Gotham's Joker.
Yeah, I got a selfie.
That's his name?
My phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Cameron
name's
Monaghan.
Gotham's Joker.
Jerome.
Jerome.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. that's his name.
I got a photo with Jordan Fisher, who's one of my favorite singers, and a picture with Logan Browning from
That's right.
Dear White People. Also a good show that I absolutely
Logan.
love. But we saw Karen Gillan walked right past me.
She did.
That was fantastic.
I didn't see. I missed it. I was like
barely
looking
saw her.
the other direction.
How tiny is she?
Not as tiny as Tom
Not
Holland.
that tiny.
Not as silent.
Yeah, no.
Tom Holland is almost non-existent
She
as a human being.
I turned my head and
So
saw
little.
her, and then she was immediately walking past, and I was just like,
This is a life-size picture of Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's short, but he's not that short. Mind you, me and Jesse are both decently tall people.
Perspective.
So yeah.
Legit.
That's why I put Colin in front. That's in the back.
I saw Kevin Feige. Jesse
I
almost
didn't see
did,
Kevin Feige.
Jesse almost did not see Kevin Feige. 'Cause
Also a
he
little
was-
man.
He was at the. Is
Really?
he? He was across ways
He was
away
pretty
at the
far.
press line.
I mean, if he was closer, he'd probably be
I'm
bigger.
gonna say like Rocket. He's talking about
He was
ego.
about that big.
A 1-inch man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
If he was
it
closer, he'd probably be much bigger.
yeah. Yeah, it was funny because Jesse almost didn't see him. He was wearing like a black baseball cap, and I was like, "Oh, there's Kevin Feige." And Jesse goes, "Where?" And I'm like, "He's wearing a baseball cap. Like he's over there." It took him.
I just
Jesse
love
minutes.
seeing Aunt May and Peter Parker get into some kind of actual fight on the
I don't know
carpet.
if they were actually fighting.
She was
What?
yelling something at him.
We have-
I mean, I'm sure it was
we-
like a play fight or something, like an Aunt May Peter Parker fight would be. But she was over there. She was like,
We have footage. So
I want to
That
see
sounds
that.
fun.
Yeah.
we do have footage of that.
and he was just like staring at her, like,
Tony Revolori passed right in front of me.
yeah,
Right in front of us, actually. He
Who's
was there for
that?
a while.
How small is he?
Flash. He's small.
yeah. He's
Freaking
Oh, I love
freaking.
him.
You can tell in the movie he's tiny.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
loved him
Shouldn't be
in
able
Grand
to-
Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's small.
And
I
dope.
don't know about
Um,
Flash.
I like Wes Anderson.
Flash.
Laura
Penis
Harris.
Parker.
Oh, good. No, we're not going to say that on camera.
We just did.
No.
We got Penis Parker
She
on
just
camera.
did. No,
I
you
can
just
cut
did.
that out. Laura
Parker.
Harrier walked right in front of us.
It's Liz, right?
Yeah, she walked right past us.
I was so confused for a second. Like, what is happening? There's two of them.
Were you dressed like her when she walked
It
by?
was
No.
weird.
No.
Like, it just happened. Like, she
No.
wasn't before she showed up.
She did like
where
Bumblebee
did
did when he
Tamika
took the Camaro.
Where
It's
did
gonna be
you-
Like,
funny.
what happened? I was
It's
like,
gonna be
me.
funny because subscribers are gonna
Laura-
be like, she doesn't look that much like her, guys. Calm down. Like,
I mean, hopefully they just watch the movie and like they see the shirt and they're like,
Oh, we're photoshopping her face over you for all these videos already. It is known.
yes, no.
weird.
Yeah, no, she walked in front of us and took pictures. I think they actually took a promo video real quick for some social media site
Yeah.
with a few people.
But I
in front
love.
of
So
us.
we were standing there for hours, in this very uncomfortable, just shoved amongst this crowd of people.
Oh, yeah.
She's in front of me. I let her in front of me. I'm a large man, so I'm not getting through this crowd. She's about one person behind, being in front.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, F this. After 3 hours standing there, I'm like, let me find if maybe there's a better spot. So I go through. No details.
There was a
I
gap
went to a different
between-
spot. And I find a much better spot right behind the reporters where all the celebrities were actually stopping already. And there's 15 people there. And so as I go to get her, I'm like, come here. Such a better spot. We get there. We're both pissed off at how good this second spot is. We get there. We're ready. We set up. And then we get kicked out because they were closing down
They
the
were
red
closing
carpet.
up the premiere. The
And
premiere was
then-
ending. So during the premiere, I ran into my godparents. They actually walked the carpet because they were there with an actress who works with Zendaya. And
Best
they came
MJ
over
ever.
and said hi, obviously to me because they were like, "What's up?" Whatever. We left as soon as we got kicked out, basically, because both of our phones were dying, and we were like, "Well, let's just get home then." On the 4th of July, I went to my godparents' house, and they were like, "Yeah, after the premiere ended, we tried to come back outside and get you guys. They were letting select people in to watch the movie,
Oh my
Coulda-
god.
so we could have
What
seen
coulda
the movie
been?
a week
Oh my God.
early
We could have done our first actual advanced review.
Right,
Yeah.
with no spoilers.
with
With
no
no spoilers.
spoilers."
It's just been YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go with
That's
it.
okay. We don't need y'all.
We'd have a different decoration. What do you guys think? The marketing.
With a reshoot.
For the reshoot and our guest to me.
That'd be fun.
Hello world, I'm Jesse. We have the reshoot.
Yeah.
I'm the reshoot.
I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to see Zendaya and Robert Downey Jr. in person.
We
though.
just missed them.
We didn't just miss them. They walked past us in that really large mob of people on the carpet.
The Robert Downey Jr. walk past us?
Yes, they were like, "There's Robert Downey Jr." and I couldn't see.
Also,
He's
small,
also a
small
small
man.
man. He's about
Yeah,
my
small
height.
man.
He's a very little
But
little
I'm
Zendaya
tall
was
for a
wearing
girl,
very
but small for a
bright
man.
pink
Yeah, not a
dress.
small. And
Not as
very,
small,
very
and in a
pink.
very bright pink dress.
Oh yeah, she's
Zendaya.
very tall. She's
that
like your
dress
height.
was.
Very
She is
good.
my height. We're both 5'10". That was a gorgeous dress,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really upset that I didn't get to see her in person in that dress because it was magnificent.
Also, we met someone named Gigi. Don't know who she is. Everyone's excited.
I met Harrison, who is Tom.
Okay.
I took a picture with Harrison, which was actually really dope. If anybody out there is a Tom Holland fan, you know that Harrison is Tom Holland's best friend and basically like his personal assistant. He is on set for every movie
His real life
with
Ned.
Tom. It's literally his real life Ned.
Guy in the chair.
Guy in the chair.
Yeah, so it was really dope to get a picture with Harrison because Harrison is very popular on Tom.
In
Dope
the
to see
Tom
Flash.
Holland crowd. Alrighty, well,
Should have been.
I guess
With that awesome anecdote out of the way,
That's a good way to end it.
We did
We
that
don't
for
have anything
y'all,
better than
too.
that.
y'all
We did it for
welcome.
you guys.
I'm
Did
sure.
it for you.
We did.
It's all for you.
Oh.
It's all for you.
Yeah.
Because of you.
Like,
We're gonna get
Send us home.
sued.
We really are going to get sued.
Send
Alrighty,
us
Say
Colin.
bye into the camera.
Colin, bring it home.
I don't know what to say.
say
Cool.
bye.
Just say something to the camera.
Just look at the camera.
Look at your
Don't-
adoring fans.
Okay,
make
with
me-
that amazing anecdote
What's-
anecdote out the way, we're gonna say bye here and
Love my
see you
anecdotes.
next time on Double Tap.
You were late! I didn't believe that was a terrible, like, see you later
Have
when
fun
double
out
up. Like,
there.
there's no build up to that at all.